In this video, I'm going to show how to use the cookbook and how to make a simple recipe that will shake and wiggle my protein for me. The cookbook is over here on the side, and I can bring up the editor by clicking on this notepad icon. So that will bring me up with a empty recipe, and I can start adding steps to my recipe by clicking on the blue dashed boxes. And that will bring up a menu with all the different steps that I can add. The first thing I want to do here is shake, so I'll add a shake step, and then I'll repeat that again to add a wiggle step. So the wiggle step has an ingredient that I can add, which is the number of iterations, which will control how long the wiggle runs for. And so I want it to stop automatically after a little while, so I'm going to set the number of iterations to 3 here. Then I'm going to shake again, and I'll wiggle one more time after I shake, and in this case I'll let it run until I stop, so I'll set the value to be until stopped. And now I can test out my new recipe by clicking on the run button, and that'll just run it right away, and I can see its progress over here. You can see the first wiggle stopped automatically, but the second one is going to run until I stop it. So I'll click stop, and now when that recipe finishes, it will bring me back to the editor. And so I'm happy with my recipe, so I'm going to save it. I need to give it a name and a description, and save it. And so now if I close the editor, I can see that that recipe ended up in my cookbook right here. So if I ever am editing my protein and I get to a point where I want to run that recipe again, I can just click the run button over here and it'll start up again. And I can also stop the whole thing in the middle by clicking the stop button over here instead of stopping the wiggle itself. And if I ever want to edit this particular one, I can click the edit recipe button right here, and that'll bring it back up in the editor for me. Or I can delete it by clicking over here. But I don't want to delete this one now. And that's it.